Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Fintech Fix, your weekly news roundup where I, Doug Mackenzie, cover the hottest fintech news that's been happening this week. And this week we've got some really interesting stories, from failed partnerships to successful CBDC partnerships, and even how fintech can work for good by helping the volunteers gear up for Remembrance Sunday. Over to you, Doug. Thanks, Doug. Yes, so first up is the news story that over in Frankfurt, the ECB, or the European Central Bank, actually had a system failure. And for approximately 11 hours, no payments could be sent over their Target 2 system. Now, this costs approximately 2 trillion euros, but it's back up and running now, and the ECB has confirmed that it wasn't actually a cyber attack that people once thought. It was actually just a system failure from a third-party partnership. And again, this is really interesting because it shows how dangerous sometimes partnerships in fintech can be. Despite everyone always thinking that fintech partnerships are the way forward, sometimes it leaves you red in the face, especially invisible ones like this partnership here. Now, going forward, it looks like the European Central Bank is back up and running and sending its payments through Target 2, which is moving to a cloud-based system in the future. So maybe, who knows, when it moves to that cloud-based system, we won't see a fallout like this again. Thanks for that report, Doug. Absolutely brilliant to hear from you again. Now, on to our next news story, and that is that Consensys has actually partnered with the Bank of Thailand to explore the potential of a retail blockchain-based system to bring about the proof of concept prototype of CBDCs over in Thailand. And if you're not aware of that anagram yet, CBDC, or Central Bank Digital Currency, is actually going to be huge because central banks are soon going to be offering up their own cryptocurrency effectively alongside their typical fiat currency offerings. And this is going to have huge implications for consumers and the general public around the world. So I'm really excited to hear from Consensys, who are working not just with the Bank of Thailand, but over with Société Générale in Europe to see if they can actually bring this to bear. And Christine Lagarde has even gone on record in saying that it's something that they will have to eventually look into. So kudos to Consensys, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with CBDCs in the future. Now, our third and final story is a fintech for good one, and that's because HSBC Canada has actually partnered with the Royal Canadian Legion to be able to offer up contactless payments at their Poppy donation booths. And there's going to be about 200 of them sent around the whole of Canada from coast to coast, they say, where people, Canadians especially, can offer up new ways to pay for their poppies for this upcoming Remembrance Sunday. So I just want to say really quickly, just thank you to HSBC Canada and obviously the Royal Canadian Legion for offering up new payment services and making it easier for the vast majority of people who no longer use cash to be able to still offer up their thanks to the fallen. So thank you, HSBC Canada and the Royal Canadian Legion. I'm excited to see this rolled out more for a lot more charities in the future. That's all we've got time for in this episode of the Fintech Fix. I hope you had a really lovely time, and I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you next week. Ciao.